Fort Wayne Reader presents Live on Stage, featuring the area's premier acts from downtown Fort Wayne C2G. And now, here are your hosts, Dean Robinson, Daisy Paroczy. Interviews with Sean Smith, music news from me, Fatima Washington, and now, your hosts, Dean and Daisy.
Daisy, if I've said it once, I've said it too much. Rap music is the new rock and roll.
Kids love it, parents hate it, and anybody over 30 can't understand it.
Well said, Daisy. Except for that over 30 remark. Tonight, Live on Stage is bringing it for real as we welcome the hip-hop trio known as Subsurface.
Subsurface delivers a mix of contemporary lyrics and old-school beats for a combination that goes down smooth and finishes clean.
Goes down smooth and finishes clean. At what point did this turn into a beer commercial?
That's the way these guys bring it, Dean.
Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough as Subsurface takes the stage. Plus, Michael Summers from the Fort Wayne Reader interviews the guys from the group, and Fatima Washington is here with concert updates and music news.
And now, live on stage, Subsurface.
Hey, when Subsurface come around, you already know. It's time to party, yo. That's right, cuz before you hear the flow, you already know. The party gets high when we crash through the door. All the ladies say, ow, fellas say, ho, somebody make noise if y'all want to hear more. Yo, we came to spark the party, time to get it started. Breakers, watch your butt, y'all ain't spitting hard. And listen up to hear some ill kids ripping it. Subsurface 3 times those, now it's triple kid.
Cause what we spittin' is a little more interesting. Correct with the live set and superior penmanship. Banging beats that'll shatter your teeth feelings. Woo! Don't act innocent, bang your head if you're feeling.
Hey, but if you ain't, hey, feel free to mean mug. But I can see right through that weak facade, you need hugs. You mad cause we get love, you can't get a hand raised. Just frowning with your girlfriends when y'all hear the fans praise.
Cause after we're done, then the crowd screams. Don't hate if you can't get that type of response
In your dream.
I'm not responsible for when people start throwing things.
Nah.
All types of beer and wing sauce all over your jeans.
Before you hear the flow, you already know. The party gets live when we crash through the door. All the ladies say, ow, fellas say, ho. Somebody make noise if you wanna hear whoa. Before you hear the flow, you already know. The party gets live when we crash through the door. All the ladies say, ow, fellas say, ho. Somebody make noise if you wanna hear whoa.
Thought you was real tight.
Yeah.
Before you seen her step in, start sweating like Jesus was at your confession. Face looking like you seen a horrible
Play records,
like you seen him post some personal to face 7.
so just respect it. Bump it in your section. And when you see us rapping on stage, go tell your brethren the game's over. But these 3 was never playing, don't care what y'all is saying, just waiting for y'all to cave in.
I got the torch to flame him. You learned all the burning flesh from your bones smell so good I can taste it. If you don't want to get cooked, then don't say or get deep fried alive in chemical agents.
We foul and flagrant, y'all cowards major. Our beats pump with the ump to make the place
Check
sit.
this out.
And while you on stage rhyming stiff, I'm posted at the bar with your girl licking the lip side.
Before you hear the flow,
You already know the party gets high when we crash through the door. All the ladies say ow, fellas say ho. Somebody make noise if you wanna hear more.
before you hear the flow, you already know. The party gets live when we crash through the door.
All the ladies say ow,
Fellas say ho, somebody make noise if I want to hear more.
so have no fear, party crashes here to say your set. Or better yet, captivate the crowd with
With vivid text,
no limit jets that can hold back the way we flex. Live vibes and sets to max out your memorex.
party crashes, what you expect?
We crash parties.
I hardly think when I'm going off a party. Will I talk to your girl?
Probably.
If she eyeing me down and got a lovely body. Cause I told you before, I really don't give a. I'm just trying to have a lot of fun to get the crowd to jump. I'm just trying to get drunk, smoke one up, see a nice rump or two, then I'm done.
Now admit it, son, you never seen a trio tighter. These crowded nighters got you shaking in your night
night
airs.
airs.
It's not fair, but it's time to rock. We right there, just to steal the show and personify all your nightmares.
Before you hear the flow,
You already know the party gets live when we crash through the door. All the ladies say ow, fellas say ho.
somebody make noise
If you wanna hear more, before you hear the flow, you already know the party gets live when we crash through the door. All the ladies say ow,
Fellas say ho, somebody make noise
if you wanna hear more. Ileana Jones,
Ileana Jones.
yeah. Subsurface is definitely here.
That's a banger for y'all.
Yeah. This joint right here, called Punishment, just serving these MCs, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we came to do. Produced by EDS, the real banger. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Should I hit him off one time? Yo. If I don't get this anger managed, I'ma grab a pampered aristocratic matic and shatter his atoms. I'm a natural disaster, Katrina, typhoon, earthquake, and a couple other fat bastards. The plan is to get the game mastered till we hit hard like a tiger uppercut from a live sagging. And spread like rumors running rampant, cause more than half of Fort Wayne rappers is ranting that they drop classes. But it's really blasted. They masters too big and panic when they see the lyrical pistol. You can't scamper through traffic, you're overweight and asthmatic. You get hit with the cannon, spreading your face crazy canyon. Your self-esteem is sink faster than the city of Atlantis. Your career will crash harder than hammers once you start grasping your true talent is well below average.
We told y'all before, but y'all don't seem to get it yet. Subsurface make the type of music that'll break your neck.
So just sit and reflect while we let these lyrics speak for themselves.
Yep. Told y'all before, but y'all don't seem to get it yet. Subsurface make the type of music that'll break your neck.
So just sit and reflect while we let these lyrics speak for themselves.
You people fools think you survive. I got a flow to fluctuate to the side. Now stand petrified and get hit with darts and poison lacing until you're standing there looking something like an active punctuation. I say racing against time and karma, but here's a punishment for the fact you don't hold
the mic with honor.
I raise on my own enemies, cause y'all just a fuel up with this madman's microphone. The PPC and any be enough to satisfy this starving? Well, I don't know, but you gotta go.
So I won't beg your pardon.
No bargains, no questions,
just more aggression.
No cure for the virus, your immune system
letting
upsetting any regime that opposes the team. A verbal magazine set to rid of your esteem.
So freeze
and contemplate the hereafter, cause I don't slip the time bomb into your supple gray matter. What?
Told you before, but y'all don't seem to get it yet.
Subsurface make the type of music that'll break your neck.
So just sit and reflect.
Why?
While we let these lyrics speak for themselves.
Yep.
We told you before, but y'all don't seem to get it yet. Subsurface makes the type of music that'll break your neck. So just sit and reflect.
Why?
While we let these lyrics speak for themselves. You weak compared to me spitting razor sharp daggers. My style is extinct as rappers are woolly mammoths. I'm not starving, no, I'm famished. But I can switch from different stances to have you on your butt laughing. Cause if you're ape, you go bananas.
Yep.
But if you're Ray Charles, you reach for Arby's roast beef sandwich. He heard you look pretty good too. But you'll see me like you did when I'm standing close to you.
With six different language, will I manipulate
the human language?
The type of skill a step beyond strangers. The rhyme chemist,
stretching the outer limits,
creating a concoction
to make your face grimace.
Finish for punishment while you claiming that you running this. Let's close your mouth and think twice.
You dumb and kids, so running wins.
Laughing at your funeral like, yo, we get the fun in this.
Told you before, but
y'all don't seem to get it yet. Subsurface makes the type of music that'll break your neck.
So just sit and reflect.
Wow.
While we let these lyrics speak for themselves.
Yep. We told y'all before, but y'all don't seem to get it yet.
Subsurface makes the type of music that'll break your neck. So just sit and reflect.
Why?
While we let these lyrics speak for themselves.
Yep. It's a punishment.
Subsurface. Scripture.
Rhyme Wise and DJ Eliana Jones on the ones and twos. Yeah.
Fort Wayne Reader presents Live on Stage. We'll be right back with more Subsurface.
Fort Wayne's home for rock and roll for over 26 years. WCKZ, Roanoke, WXKE, Fort Wayne, Rock 104, the real rocker. Welcome home, Rock 104.
Information, news, knowledge is what Ink newspaper delivers every week. Thought-provoking and award-winning. Ink brings you news, commentary, and photos you won't get anywhere else. From culture to business to churches to youth. Ink takes you inside Fort Wayne's black community like no other newspaper. To subscribe, visit inknewsonline.com or call 420-3200. Think community. Think news. Think Ink. Northeast Indiana's leading black newspaper.
Showcasing the region's hottest talent and best original music, Fort Wayne Reader presents Live on Stage continues. This segment is brought to you by C2G Ministries.
Welcome back to Fort Wayne Reader presents Live on Stage. Tonight, we're kicking it live with Subsurface.
These guys really get around. You can see them working the stage in Fort Wayne, South Bend, Indianapolis, and beyond.
You mean there's life beyond Indianapolis?
Pretty much.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it. Until then, let's dig on some more live jams from Subsurface.
No end, how an artist can be content with being another's identical twin. It pains me to see that these corporations want a lot of kids to make their own decision on their influences. Thus, we're bombarded with garbage and listen to an artist with a deeper competence and conscience is nonsense. Cause if you do, you're considered a nerd. People stay away like you got AIDS, the black plague, and rhyme birds. The earth spins again, and I'm still in the same category that you put me in. Since my speech really doesn't involve gold and hold heat, you automatically believe that I'm weak. But lyrically, I'm Osama bin Laden. I should just kick my tight rhymes in the solitude of my own mountain. But then there's nothing to compare, and I want the kids to listen to something a little more intelligent instead.
Why does it all sound the same? Why does it sound plain? Why when you hear us play, just say it sounds strange? And you wonder why it's hard to maintain. Let me explain the pain of living life amongst the mundane.
Why does it all sound the same? Why does it sound plain? Well, when you hear us play, you say it sounds strange. And you wonder why it's hard to maintain. Make me explain the pain of living life amongst the mundane.
Hey, here we go again, just me and a mic. Music is my release, my confessional, right?
Right.
Why is it at times that it feels more like a
burden?
My own cross to carry
with a future that's uncertain.
I'm working just as hard as the next man to get heard. The truth of the matter kind of stings
like a pinch nerve.
No matter what the effort that I put in might be, you probably won't hear rhyme wise
or no one like me.
Cause I choose not to spit them street tales and drug deals. I said I rock, taking shots.
Who can't spill?
Oh, I understand, that's real.
Or so they say.
Act like you can't live no other way. What I do, so I write rhymes
I can relate to.
A 20-something black dude in the world,
just trying to make do.
No triple being dreams of kingpin
supremacy.
I simply be satisfied just to know that you're hearing me.
Why does it all sound the same? Why does it sound plain? Why when you hear us play, you say it sounds strange? And you wonder why it's hard to maintain. Let me explain the pain of living life amongst the mundane. Why does it all sound the same? Why does it sound plain? Why when y'all hear us play, you say it sounds strange? And you wonder why it's hard to maintain. Let me explain the pain of living life amongst the mundane. Now when I rhyme, y'all act like y'all can't understand the words that I'm saying. Like I'm talking a freaking different language. But I don't care if you're Caucasian, black, Chilean, or an alien. I don't got the patience to explain it, cause the train to be able to rip any given occasion is painstaking, and it's still underappreciated. Since y'all don't want to listen to substance, you'd rather hear the same cookie cut them seeds that comes in by the hundred. But what could you say when my wordplay appears like Christ on his judgment day? How do you explain the way that you behave day by day? You get slain. The only thing I ever wanted for you was to be saved. I tossed you a life jacket when you fell overboard off the boat. You looked at me like, this will never flow. You'd rather take your chances and drown. You'd rather die slowly, being submerged in the same wave sound.
Why does it all sound the same?
Why does it sound plain? Why when you hear us play, you say it sounds strange? And you wonder why it's hard to maintain. Let me explain the pain of living life amongst the mundane. Why does it all sound the same? Why does it sound plain? Why when you hear us play, you say it sounds strange? And you wonder why it's hard to maintain. Let me explain the pain of living life amongst the mundane.
DJ Ileana Jones on the ones and twos.
Those who can survive, are the only ones worth surviving.
Life amongst the mundane.
Life
amongst the mundane.
Those who can survive are the only ones worth surviving.
Hi, I'm not Sean Smith. Stay tuned for my interview with Subsurface coming up next.
Showcasing the region's hottest talent and best original music, Fort Wayne Reader presents Live on Stage continues. This segment is brought to you by Rock 104.
Fort Wayne Media Group is a television production company for Live on Stage. And with over 15 years in the television and radio industry, Fort Wayne Media Group brings quality audio and video services to northeastern Indiana. From big projects like Live on Stage to smaller projects like weddings, Fort Wayne Media Group excels in audio-video production. Contact them by phone at 260-423-2365 or online at fortwaynmediagroup.com.
You know what time it is. It's time for me, Fatima Washington, to give you the latest in local music and concert news. Get your heavy metal thunder at Sunset Hall on December 16th when 11 of the area's fiercest metal bands play an all-day, all-ages event. You get Bloodspire, Comatose, Dilate, Grave Robber. There's just so much metal in this show you could build an oil tanker. The show runs from noon until midnight with the Jam Crib School kicking off the event. That's December 16th at Sunset Hall, and tickets are $10. And last but definitely not least, There's this girl that sings at the Blue Tomato every Saturday. I heard her name was Fatima. You gotta go check her out too. And after that, then you come back to your TV set and see us right here after Saturday Night Live on Fort Wayne Reader Presents, live on stage.
Fort Wayne's home for rock and roll for over 26 years. WCKZ, Roanoke, WXKE, Fort Wayne, Rock 104, the real rocker. Welcome home, Rock 104.
Showcasing the region's hottest talent and best original music, Fort Wayne Reader Presents Live on Stage continues. This segment is brought to you by Fort Wayne Media Group.
Michael Summers of the Fort Wayne Reader is here to chat with the guys from Subsurface.
You know, he's no Sean Smith, but I dig that corduroy jacket.
Are you done talking, or are you ready to listen to Michael?
I'm ready to listen to Michael.
Hi, my name is Michael Summers. I'm publisher of the Fort Wayne Reader. Sean Smith is usually in this chair tonight, but he couldn't make it, so I'm here today with the members of Subsurface. Thanks a lot for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much for having us.
Your sound, you've described your sound as boombox hip-hop. Would you like to explain a little bit what that means?
Basically, the boombox hip-hop sound to us is like a sound that harkens back to like when there was just more balance in hip-hop. A lot of times with now, there's a large spectrum of what hip-hop actually is, and the spectrum that you see is very small, and we're trying to open up that spectrum, and that's kind of where our sound is. We touch on a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, but it all is like good sounding, and it bumps all of it, you know.
What sort of topics do you want to see brought back, I guess?
Just like anything other than what's been, basically played. All you hear is about, people killing and how much money they got. We just talk about real life situations.
Exactly.
I mean, just real, we don't got millions of dollars to spend on 22-inch rims, so we just talk about the other side.
Real music for real people.
Right. What performances or events sort of put you guys on the map around Fort Wayne?
The first 32 Deadly Masters was the first big breakout.
Without a doubt.
What happened there?
That was a battle put together by Glide Productions, an MC battle, and we were lucky enough that Jones actually knew Glide and was able to get us to perform. And that was attended by probably a bigger crowd than a Fort Wayne hip hop show had seen in years.
Oh yeah.
And at the same time, we'd released our 4-song demo, the Boombox Sampler, and just those two events together happening right around the same time just really put us out there majorly.
Okay. You have your full length. This is your first full length coming out November 24th?
24th.
Yes.
24th with a big, what's that going to sound like?
Oh, man. It's going to sound like, just, it's what we, on stage. That's just us. It's just going to be a variety. You won't hear the same things twice. Everything is, it's just life. It's just life. It's good life. It's a good life. That's it.
So the tracks we heard tonight are all going to be on the CD?
Yeah, the title of the CD is The Others.
Okay. And you're throwing a CD release party at the Hip Hop Fort Wayne Dance, right?
Fort Wayne Hip Hop Dance.
Fort Wayne Hip Hop Dance, sorry.
That's okay.
So it took you a long time to record the album, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say that the recording necessarily took, it's just been a long time since we did the Boombox Sampler, which is like I said, our 4-song demo was done in 2004. And since then, we've just been, basically, we spent at least a year, maybe a year and a half promoting that. We went out of town and did a lot of shows in places just trying to get the name out there. And it's just been maybe this last year, ever since then, that we've been really working on the others and making it happen. So, but it has been a while since they've heard anything from us.
Where were some of the places you guys toured around outside Fort Wayne? Because I know
Muncie, Indianapolis,
South Bend,
just all over the place.
A little all around Indiana.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the state of hip hop in Fort Wayne these days?
Definitely getting better.
How so?
Just more groups coming out, better quality sound and stuff.
So has there been a noticeable change from when you started and and now?
People I feel are taking their craft seriously. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's not just, oh, well, we got some equipment and we're going to record some stuff. Like, people understand now that this, like, there are those in the scene who are pretty much, like, taking it very seriously. So to really be involved in this and to be respected, you have to take it seriously. I mean, the live show is one thing that I think has really come up in the last 3 years or so. You know, people really are taking their live shows seriously and doing better live shows.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys, once again, for performing for us tonight. And stay tuned for more Fort Wayne Reader Presents Live on Stage with Subsurface.
See you on the 24th.
You know, you can read Michael Summers' stuff every other week in the Fort Wayne Reader.
Every other week? Michael Summers is awesome. How come that dude's not in there every week?
Because, Dean, the Reader comes out every other week.
I know, Daisy. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Aw, you big softy. Live on Stage, we'll be right back after these messages.
Fort Wayne's home for rock and roll for over 26 years. WCKZ, Roanoke, WXKE, Fort Wayne, Rock 104, the real rocker. Welcome home, Rock 104.
Showcasing the region's hottest talent and best original music, Fort Wayne Reader Presents Live on Stage continues. This segment is brought to you by C2G Ministry.
You ready? This one?
This is back when, I swear, man, Illustrate did the beat. It reminds me of being a young little boy cleaning up on Sundays with my mom right at the church. You really feel it, you gotta listen to it. Just listen. Made me think about back when.
Started like this, son. Started like.
I know you're feeling it. Make you want to snap your fingers and just close your eyes and reminisce.
Way back when. Just close your eyes and reminisce. To way back when. Way back when. Way back when.
Listening to this makes me reminisce about way back when I was a little kid in the days crime didn't pay. When all you had to do was play and stay out of adults' way. Mama didn't care how far you was from home. If you wasn't back before the street lights came on, your butt was toast. Playing that's my car on the porch. You wore regular drawers if you couldn't afford swimming shorts. With one person bringing in the wages, we did without. But at a young age, we learned to be creative. There was no slip and slide, but we did cut glad bags down their side, and it worked alright. We just couldn't slide as far, but that didn't mean we had less fun than the other kids in the park. Nah, on the contrary. Remember being scared watching Pet Cemetery? Back in the day, just close your eyes and reminisce to way back when, before college and having kids. When all you had to do was play. Back in the day, back in the day, back in the day, back in the day, back in the day. Just close your eyes and reminisce to way back when, before you worried about paying rent. Take a trip down memory lane. Back in the day, back in the day, back in the day, back in the day, back in the day.
Head buck teeth with a pocket full of Jolly Joes. Before them flows, I will begin to compose. Getting sprayed with the water hose
or playing Nintendo.
It was childhood fun
back when life was simple.
Trying to took my bike like my cousins were doing, but yo, I was the clumsiest
and got the scars to prove it.
My grandma would make the best fried chicken. I'd add that hot sauce and too close to the TV. I was sitting watching cartoons and videos. So much that I was still yet to know,
but still loving living no.
I wore a smile from spring back to winter, and rarely was a winner.
With crutches on half my babysitters,
believing everything that said was saying true. Dance proof, busy trying Michael Jackson dance move.
Dude thought he was so smooth.
Easter shoes brand new, Jolly Rancher sticks and some big league chew. When you
just close your eyes and reminisce to way back when, before college and having kids. When all you had to do was play.
Back in the day,
back in the day,
back in the day,
back in the day,
back in the day.
Close your eyes and reminisce to way back when, before you worried about paying rent. Take a trip down memory lane.
Back in the day,
back in the day,
back in the day,
back in the day.
back in
You
the
tied
day.
a string around your tooth and slammed the door instead of going to the dentist. And kids stayed out of grown folks' business. Cause if you didn't, you was getting whipped. It was go outside and pick out your own switch.
Which the course will bring the wealth. Extension cords
and leather belts.
Client didn't help but still would scream when every lip was dealt. So save the lies and tell the truth.
But what's the use?
They saying this is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you.
But I doubt if it.
Michael, now everybody knows that we brought you on the show for eye candy. You know, something for the teeny bopper set. But the truth is, you bring a lot of substance to the show. And for that, I just want to say thank you.
He's right, Michael. You do make us better than what we really are.
All this wouldn't have to do with those free subscriptions to the Fort Wayne Reader, would it? Because it's free anyways.
We're almost out of time, so get on your computers and email us at info@fortwaynereader.com. and tell us what you want to see on the show.
So that's it. We got a split, so we'll leave you with more live music from Subsurface. Thanks for watching Fort Wayne Reader Presents Live on Stage. We'll see you next week.
And I just want people out there to know, you see me out there with the Metallica band on, you know, the nappy sideburns. Don't trip. I'm just being me.
Just do you.
So relax.
Just tell her do
you.
Yeah. Oh, it's the script.
I can understand how some phony rappers might be scared stiff, but I want to be cool. I just hate when people try to act brand new like they did back in high school.
Hey,
I'm grown, so gone. Don't ask me why I don't got a gallon of cologne, a two-way cellular phone, Air Force Ones with a nickel and cubic zirconia chain on.
Maybe I don't want to be a clone.
Besides, that's just not me. That's not B.
Nah.
That's not Harley, the S-C-R-I-P-T. I occasionally like to climb in trees and ride the beat like a super freak is riding me. As if my life depended on a performance. I know it's a long ways from the kid that was raised in Minnesota. Now I'm anxious, but have patience for a girl whose face is as detachable as a snake's is.
Wait, you all faces.
Okay, don't you hate when you tell people what you're into and they make faces? As if you're saying you're a rapist. Now they want you in a place that's far away from the neighborhood they stay in.
But guess what?
People suck. They don't got their own lives. That's why they all up in my stuff. Gossiping, such a saying.
Don't you think that scripture drinks too much?
So what? Shut the hell up on me.
If you look, it ain't really hard to see that I can't be you. You can't be me. So why you gotta look at me all disgusting?
Let me do me. You get your own thing.
Cause if you look, it ain't really hard to see that I can't be you. You can't be me.
So would you please kindly
stay off my bees?
Let me do me. You get your own thing.
Hey, be you, not me, never ever. Cause when it comes to being myself,
nobody's better.
So why should I emulate all your actions and follow all them styles that y'all say is fashion? I say doing wise, not concerned with the masses. So when your new gets old, I'll still be classic. No shame, homie. I'm proud not to fit in. It goes right along with my mind.
Buck the system.
Rugged, which is what I carry in my think tank. Y'all the only ones concerned about what he ain't. Cool enough, black enough, do whatever. I just do my thing, move cities, do what's clever. And if you can't feel that,
please keep it moving.
Too much to my mind to be worried about what you're doing. My mind's cluttered with what words I'ma utter next. And how I'm gonna pay these bills
without another check.
When I was in high school, pretty much a nerd now. Only thing different is I'm nicer with these words now. Don't dress with flash, no new whip to be in. But no car notes, this car goes in Adidas. Elitist, I'm never that. Down to earth type of cat. Mimicking you, who has a purpose in that? Hey, I am who I am, and at the end of the day, I'll just stick to doing me, cause they just poses anyway.
Cause if you look, it ain't really hard to see. It can't be you, you can't be me. So why you gotta look at me all disgusting? Let me do me, you get your own thing.
Alright, if you look, it ain't really hard to see that I can't be you, you can't be me.
So would you please kindly
stay off my bees, let me do me, you get your own thing. Yeah, that's right, just like that.
It's how it is. Yeah, y'all better leave me alone.
Produced by Illustrate.